Welcome, gentlemen, to another presentation, MGTOW Revolution, Stopping Revolutions. A definition of revolution is sociology, a radical and pervasive change in society and the social structure, especially one made suddenly. Another definition is the action of a celestial body of going around in an orbit or elliptical course, also apparent movement of such a body around the earth. We live in a gynocracy, which is one type of revolution, in my opinion. Men circle females, we are always revolving around them. This is a revolution within itself. But MGTOW is stopping this type of revolution. But MGTOW within itself is a revolution. We were discussing some things, Crypta, Link and True, and myself in a hangout. We were talking about this. I asked them a few questions and we come up with some thoughts, and one of the gentlemen in there said that it's similar to V for Vendetta, that type of revolution. I sort of agree yet disagree. I know it's a big thing, MGTOW's a lot bigger than that, but I remember V was maybe in love with Eve, I'm not sure, but I know one thing, we are making history. This has never happened the way it's happening today. This is truly groundbreaking. MGTOW is an idea that is also a revolution on a personal level and on a collective level. Australian MGTOW. Yes, Australian MGTOW. Red Pill Reality. Check out one of his videos by clicking on the link provided. Excellent content that provides some clarity into the basic differences between MRA and MGTOW and which of these two needs the other and which doesn't. Now, after my children were stripped away from me, MGTOW allowed me to adjust much faster than what anyone could imagine. The dust that was thrown all over the place from one of the most traumatic times in my life was caused to settle down real quick. MGTOW can allow for a man to dig deep within himself and find out who he really is, who and what men really are. Men. We build the world. We always have. We've taken it higher, excelled in technology, dwelled within ideas into space, into things we once considered to be a mystery, only to find answers that make us see clearly, cancelling out any mystery whatsoever. I learn something new about myself and men in general every single day, especially at work. We all have a task and we get the job done. We don't just make it out like we are busy, we are actually doing something, building the world. Extremely important is also the fact that MGTOW can enable a man to recognize his own true worth. Females in Google Hangouts have been alleged to have been doing private shows with MGTOW individuals from very credible MGTOWs. This news has been coming from them. These females initially pose as genuine, decent females that are married and have young kids, yet they still have the nerve, the audacity to try and lure a man who is MGTOW. Men have woken up, sunshine, it just won't work anymore. And I recall you tried to do this with me, but I'm not going to talk about it right now because I really don't think you deserve any attention. Vimeo has decided to terminate my channel, which had several videos uploaded to it, pretty much the same videos that I have uploaded on my common YouTube channel. Why? Well, check this out. Your account has been removed by the Vimeo staff for violating our guidelines. I shouldn't really speak like that. Hang on, I'll start again. Your account has been removed by the Vimeo staff for violating our guidelines. Bloody nerds. Reason: Vimeo doesn't allow videos that harass, incite hatred, or include discriminatory or defamatory speech. Okay then, thank you Vimeo, never going there again. We could have had a great future, you and I. Damn! Although I was not discriminating against anyone, I will just go with what you are assuming. In that case, you are discriminating against me for being discriminatory, which again, who cares? And another petition that won't get my signature, domestic violence loophole. Sounds catchy, doesn't it? Another wet dream for the government. Yes, more stringent policies and legislation coming right up. Only against men, of course. Let me suss that out. What does that say? Please help me change these laws that leave domestic violence victims stuck in terrifying limbo and in huge financial debt. Well, girl. Just for the record, I was in a situation that you would call domestic violence, and my ex was labelled on pen and paper that she was a victim and I was a suspect. But guess what? I produced video evidence as to what really had occurred, and she was charged by the police. But where are my kids? Still with her. Guess you've convinced me with your story about all the abuse you copped from your ex. Yeah, right. There's always two sides to a story. Maybe you should stop whinging about child support, and instead of studying and getting support from Centrelink, go and get a job. You want the whole plate, don't you? It's becoming ever so typical. The whole plate, nothing else. Well, good. Soon you'll have the whole plate with no food on it. Till next time.